Hello, hello, and welcome back. Well, as I discovered when I booted the game up, much to my chagrin, apparently exiting out after having gotten the Shadow Dash does not take you back to the bench like it normally would. It puts you back here. Ow. So, we've got a bit of running to do. I wonder what other... And actually, because I don't actually use the exit to return to bench very often, kind of makes me wonder what other things it does that with. Not that I'm going to be testing, but it's possible other times you obtain movement abilities, it'll do that to you. Or it's possible this is an Abyss-specific thing. No idea. Okay. I don't know, I was thinking maybe Crystal Heart, but no, Crystal Heart's... I mean, it's possible it still does it with Crystal Heart, but Crystal Heart's pretty easy to get back from. Double jump. I mean, dash is Hornet, and I doubt it does anything with there. You never know. Possible it does. Regardless, just gotta climb our way out. It's not the easiest climb out, but it's not hard. It's just excuse me, a bit tricky to find your way is all. I'm also considering whether or not I'll be able to, I guess I should say, to get that. That little doohickey there requires a certain amount of lifeblood masks to enter. I think it's like 16, 14, somewhere in that area. And I think we have a shot at that. Because, I mean, we have Joni's Blessing, as well as a few others. I think give it a try. Or at least check in our charms if it is possible. I don't think you need 9 hearts to do it, so... I mean, worst case scenario, we just have to stick on a Fragile Heart. It's not so bad. I'm gonna equip all of this and let's see what it takes. Joni's Blessing, Lifeblood Heart puts us at what? 3, 6, 9, 12, 14. I don't remember if 14's enough, so we'll just throw on Fragile Heart to be safe. And then Mark of Pride. Yeah, more than enough. And besides, this is going to be a platforming puzzle. I was going to call it jumping puzzle. But I think platforming puzzle's a bit closer. And this is a platforming puzzle with lifeblood, which means no heals. No mistakes allowed. Or rather, you have a lot of mistakes, but you can't recover from them, is all. As you see, how many hearts or how many masks, I guess I should say, you have, lights up these things, and there's what, 6, 9, 12, okay, so it's only 14 you need. So Fragile Heart is unnecessary, but handy. All fun. Now, unfortunately, I have to focus a bit for this one. Because no mistakes, or a limited number of mistakes, plus having a fragile charm. Seems like a dangerous combo. Well, I've never died here. I think I'd like to keep it that way. It's a pretty cool puzzle, though, gotta say. It's somewhat leap of faithy, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but it provides you with just enough info that you do have some hints of sorts. Ah! Oh? It gave it to me. Am I going backwards? No, okay, good. Lifeblood Core. And once you obtain that, it yeets you out, and you are never allowed back in. Ever. Let's make our way on out. They did that pretty well. It's possible that there was something in the other direction that I missed, or something past there that I missed. I'm always a bit too hasty in grabbing that, and forget to check around, but if it is, it's nothing important. Of that I am moderately sure. There could have been maybe a Dreamnail location. That'd be the most unfortunate thing, at least in my book, to have missed. What good is material gain compared to knowledge and lore? I can get Geo any day of the week. I can get it. We're doing something as simple as beating on the same enemies time and time again, but knowledge? Well, I can just go to the wiki for that, so perhaps not. Actually, let's try playing without Quick Slash and run Mark of Pride for a little bit. See how it feels. And whether or not we like it. Long nail. Okay. Few options now. I guess first things first, I'm gonna go grab Chopped Shadow. Once we have access to the tram now. Oops. Then why don't we go check? I think that sounds like fun, don't you? Oops. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. So yes, we can go both ways. There's even a bench. How sweet. Press the glowing button? Yes. Had to deep nest first. Head on out. Wow. Y'all fuckers be real loud, I'll tell you what. We're gonna head down this little bit. You may or may not remember this, but I do. Yes, we can pass by those now. How exciting. We can pass through these jerks. Extra exciting. There is nothing that can stand in our way. Certainly not. I do appreciate that it gives you little, dash challenges to make for your new ability, and also the ability that you are getting a charm that upgrades. It's nothing, like, mind-blowing, like, oh my god. What genius, how could they think of that? If only I could think of that. No, it's like, it's obvious enough. It's amazing how easy it is to actually miss obvious things. Just forget about them, not think of them for whatever reason. Same with art with a lot of art, really. Like, yes, it might be obvious when you look at it, having seen it done. But sometimes it doesn't mean it's easy to actually think of it yourself. Art can be weird like that. Alright, Kingdom's Edge, let's go. Wait, no, I'm gonna be in the basin. Derp. And to get this again. I should remember, there's a, Grimchild flame in the hive. I'll have to remember to get that at some point. Oh, none of you are fun at all. Bees! That does it. The hive. We're actually going to come back in a bit. Proceed a bit farther first. Kingdom's Edge. How nice of you to give me that title card. I might not have known where I was otherwise. As you can see, we're pretty far down. I think they just give that for the soul. I don't think there's anything you need to ground pound here. Also, this is the hive to our right, hence the bees. And we have a bit of a drip over here. Probably from, the grove. We are rather close to that, after all. More bees. All of you are dead. I think the bees are meant to clue you in to the existence of the hive, potentially. Although, there are other indicators as well. It's not completely up to them. Also need to be on my watch. I know there are some ground pound bits here that I've missed in the past. I have full soul. I don't need you. I'm not seeing any rumblings. Aha! And obviously over here, well, I shouldn't say obviously, but as you might expect, over here, my god, it's the way we haven't been. The way we could not enter, despite being on our way. Oh, was this one where there was consecutive ground pounds, or am I... No, I don't think so. Here we go. Another indication of the hive. Also, lots of bees. It's hip to fuck bees. But not much else. You can see that there's more, but you can't do it, so... I think of this as another indication of, oh, there's an area that here. I should try and find it. Also, you can see that little soul totem there in case you don't have enough for the ground pound, although honestly, It's far enough away that, and there's so many bees anyways, that I feel like by the time you reach the ground pound over here, you'll have had it. So, maybe that wasn't even the idea then. Maybe they just provided a soul totem because they were feeling nice. I don't think there's much more ground pounding to do. You're worthless. There's no point even killing you. You don't give anything. Don't stop me, though. Eh. Fuck bees. The hive. Extra fuck bees. You're infecting these random bug dudes with your young. That's creepy. Do not like. Will not permit. Some things I must know. Maybe should come this way with fragile greed. Oh well. I'm not sure how much money there is to be had in here. There's some. Certainly there's not none. But as you can see, the little bees don't drop anything. The bee incubators don't drop all that much. You can destroy those. It's kind of fun. There's not all that much dosh to be obtained. Get an okay amount from these guys, but nothing major. So there's a bench encased in honey, I guess? Peashaw honey. Alright, we're gonna take off Grub Song and Compass. And we're gonna slap on Grimchild. Because as you can see, there's a fire. It's a little above us. The yellow bit is all the hive. And so it's pretty easy to tell where we are. Hive is fairly linear anyways. And I am gonna trade in Mark of Pride for Quick Slash. It might have its uses. Especially because I'm not it's more useful against the boss. And I don't remember if we'll be getting another bench before the boss. Okay. See a bunch of bees in the background. The hive is a very big place. And it's, I mean, as creepy as the whole incubating young in the body of another thing is, outside of that, the hive doesn't seem so bad. Like, it's actually relatively peaceful. Oh, nice going, Grimchild. So you're useful for something after all. Although Grimchild was pretty helpful with the primal aspids last time I was in this place, so I shouldn't be too mean to it. Also, nice, 2004. Can't remember if that's enough for the Hardened Tribe Light Familiar. So there's a certain amount of infection, isn't there? Which is what I'm assuming the Light Familiar is referring to. I don't remember if the bees are actually infected, though. Oh, there's a lot of orange spilling out of them, so I guess they are. You don't see it in their eyes, though, is the thing. Usually it's in the eyes. Could be referring to something else, I suppose, but I'm not entirely sure what. Oh well. These guys hit for 2. I could have sworn they hit for 3. I'm not sure why I thought that. I don't think that would have been changed. Weird. know which to prefer. Beauty of inflections or the beauty of innuendos. Yes! We've gained access to the hive through another zone. Not that we need it. Although it is useful, don't get me wrong. God, they pain. And as you can see, they also can destroy the terrain. They're honestly pretty hard to deal with. One of the nastier enemies in the game. Because they fly, pretty tanky, hit like trucks, and are hard to hit, and due to their flying nature, are hard to hit themselves. Not really what you want to go up against. I got a soul catcher. Interesting. You know, I just felt like I wasn't getting all that much soul from some of my hits. It could just be me, though. Oh, right. Ah. These guys also hit for 2. Shit. Okay, that wasn't. That was... I got him, but man, that hurt. I did not dodge a damn thing. That spells what? Man, Grimm's... I haven't fought Grimm in forever. It's going to take a bit of time to get the muscle memory for that fight back. That'll be fun. Pogo on the fucking bunny gloves. Waste of time. And here you can see there's another entrance to the hive. That's also cool. So if you found the, hive, but not the secret over there, well, now you can be like, oh, there's something over there. I found that. And the answer is a grub. Which also, because there's something that reveals any unfound grubs, that's another way you're likely to find the hive. So maybe you're like, oh, you get that and you go, oh, there's a grub there. How intriguing. That's actually how I found the hive. Was that grub over there? I was like, oh, there's something there? I haven't been there. I wonder what's there. It turned out it was the hive. And yeah, I saw that, I found the grub, I was like, oh my god, there's a big ol' area here. How do I get there? And then it took me a really long time to find. But I did it. I made it in the end. Aren't I special? Nah, I don't think I'll reach. Well, that was handy. Getting stuck like that. Ow. Whatever. I have slain the boss. Mask fragment. How do I get you? This wall does not appear to be just... This wall appears destructible, and yet... everything just goes through it. Well, my attacks anyways. I don't. Probably meant to come from the other direction. Oh, no, right. I need the bees to smash it. Oh, I'll remember now. Oh, they're all dead. We'll come back. I'll have Grimchild with me for the boss. You can see there's a quite something in the background there. Bullshit. No, that's not what I want to get at. No. Got him against the wall, though. Well, I did really well that time. I actually struggle somewhat with the Hive Knight sometimes. And he appears before the Queen, give her a last gaze before collapsing dead. As you can see, though, Quick Slash and Unbreakable Strength made very short work of him. Very short work, indeed. Man, I do like his theme a lot, though. Very marching band. Which, there's a certain military aspect to marching band, as well as the sort of regimented feel that I think goes really well with the Hive. My knight. At last you are freed. Not what voice to give her, so I'll just give her sort of a normal one. Small thing, I know you're kind. If you attempt to resolve your past, then know I am not the queen you seek. It is the pale beings that bear blame for your nature. Though this hive exists within Hallownest, we play no part in its attempted perpetuation. To rail against nature is folly. All things must accept an end. Yes, this is the Queen. The Queen is dead. That thing in the background, seemingly just her husk. And the knight here, continuing to protect it all the same. It's interesting talk of needing to accept your end when you're lingering on as a ghost, but I guess that's just how it be. Is there a shortcut back, or am I on drugs? I need to head back to the bench to respawn all these jerks so I can smash the wall. I'm failing to remember if there was a faster way back. You guys respawned. Does that mean I can go back to the other area and they'll have respawned too? Just simply leaving the map do it? And I know you do. So how do I get up there? Is it Crystal Dash? It is! I was just a bit low is all. Rot! Yeah, boy. Grub! Man, I'm getting a lot of grubs. I shouldn't have too many left. Although we won't know. Oh, yeah, it did respawn. We won't know until we find the collector. So. Silk for the life of me, can't remember where his key is. Could be on the way to the Watcher. We haven't headed that direction yet. This one, I got you. Wait, maybe the things in this area didn't spawn initially because of the Grim Boy and his flame. That would make sense. Yes, that's probably it. Fuck off. Fuck all, y'all. Okay. Oh, this is the wrong way entirely. I'll take it nonetheless. It might actually be faster, although it might not. Although, come to think of it, I think it would respawn the dudes. Maybe. We'll head back to the bench since we're here anyways. I know I'm being indecisive. But we'll make it work. Ouchies. That really hurt. Fuck you. What? Not really that necessary, but... Need the double jump for that. Does make sense to gate this off behind the double jump when, I mean, if you've gotten this far, then you've been to the ancient basin, so why not? Although, frankly speaking, there's not a lot actually in the hive of all that much importance. Like, don't get me wrong, hive blood has its uses, but it's 4 frickin' notches. Like, you can't use it for that much. Excuse me. I honestly think hive blood's a bit overrated. Every time I see streamers using it, they very rarely get actually that much use out of it. It sounds good on paper, but that no damage for 10 seconds. 10 seconds is longer than you think sometimes. Especially in this game, which is pretty fast-paced. Alright, I was gonna put on Mark of Pride instead of the Swift Slash. Oh well. Should also check out the Hunter's Journal at some point relatively soon. Ah! Fuck off. Pop. They have quite a satisfying pop. That I will not deny. Oh, got another journal. We like that. Fuck off. I'm not sure if I'll actually bother completing Hunter's Journal on this file or not, but... God, you are. Where did your friend go? Just smashing everything, aren't you? Ha! Bish. Okay. God, what even are these bees? They're just giant frickin' bees that... I think like these guys, they have a big old drill stinger. They're just huge. And they use that huge to just smash your face in with their huge asses. Kinky. But I'm afraid I'm not into that. As they should know better than to try and push their kinks onto others. Okay. I can kill you through the floor, unfortunately. Nice, there's a good track in there. Fuck you. Alright. Big boy. This way. I think Little Moe might have been able to break those as well, actually. But I'm not 100% on that. It's possible. Come on. There you go. Only one left. But it's going to be suicide. Light tap. Ah, there was the shortcut, of course. Pop you. I'm actually going to see... I think we're safe. It's been a while. Let's take a look at the journal. Head to the top. Seeing these... Vengeful IQ. A filthy creature that is happy to chew on any old thing it finds discarded on the cavern floor. When it notices a threat, it will annoyingly scream and shriek, so kill it swiftly. Yes, to the hunter, it's nothing more than a filthy piece of shit that's annoying. Bizarrely, this monster does not lay eggs, but instead carries its young inside of its fat stomach. This strange practice seems to exhaust the creature, making it sleepy and vulnerable. Take advantage. I mean, they're easy enough, I don't think you even need the advantage. These brutes seem to be impervious to most damage, so you can sharpen your weapons on their thick hide or just slash with them for your own amusement. They barely seem to notice. These civilized bugs of Hallownest are weak in life, and now they are equally weak in death. Send them back into the dirt they were born in. These bugs have an arrogant air about them even after dying. Overly proud of their long horns, I enjoy snapping them off. Haven't defeated enough of those, or, well, one more, jeez. Larger and stronger than their brothers, these bugs are still forced to steal their weapons from the remains of other creatures. They do not roam or hunt, forever standing guard and lashing out at anything that wanders near. Yes, they're not very fun. 3 more. Consisting mainly of sweet fat, these helpless creatures make excellent provisions for long journeys. Best roasted over an open flame. If they try to bargain for their life, just ignore them. They have nothing to offer. Harsh. The bright liquid inside these little fellows is delicious, and drinking it will make you feel stronger. I wonder how my own innards taste. Would it be a heinous thing to try and drink some? I mean, heinous, no, but it'd be probably not the best experience. Young hunters delight in catching these creatures and rolling them around for sport. I encourage you to indulge yourself if the fancy strikes you. Oh wow, 9 more. 18. 4 more still. When they lunge at you, don't panic. Stand your ground and strike back as they come close. 10 more. Those, read that. Yup. Slow, fat, and easily vanquished. Common threads in those who forget their calling and forsake their duties. Yes, these were the ones that... The vagabonds, the ones that became overcome with infection listening to the priest. What careless a life led drifting above us all. If one ever comes too close to the ground, though. They usually drift about peacefully, but sometimes they cluster together and spit out a sharp, crackling flash that will stun and burn even large beasts like myself. Watch closely for an opening and move past them quickly. Yeah, it's interesting to note, the hunter seems to be more of a beast than a bug. Though we don't know for sure. The canyon below us, the one thick with fog and crackling with strange energy, a hunter can lose their senses down there. Be careful. Strange there. That they do. So round. I don't think I've seen a rounder creature than this. This world certainly hides some marvelous creatures. I must hunt them all down. If you're skillful, you can lead their spores back to them and watch them perish in destruction of their own making. There's a lesson in that, I think. The bugs of Hallownest are so pathetic that being infected by poisonous fungi actually increase their chances of survival. They really are absurd creatures. Oh, 1 more, geez. Wow, 1 more of each. As it grows, it loses the ability to fly. Passage into adulthood is often celebrated, but as time goes by, we realize what we have lost. If you venture too deep into the fungal forest, these warriors will stand in your way. What is it they guard, deep at the bottom of their territory? The mantis try read those. More skilled at combat than most bugs of Hallownest, they are nimble but lightly armored. Keep the pressure on them. Surprisingly quick-witted for a corpse. It will try to catch you if you leap over it and can chase you if you flee. Enjoyable hunt, but beware them in packs. dances through the air just out of reach until it spots an opening, then swoops in for a decisive strike. If you're confident, wait for it to come to you, then counterattack. One more. These fools meddled with the soul of other creatures and lost their shape. Now they skulk through the shadows of their sanctum like slugs, hoping their old brothers will build them new bodies. I've heard whispers that the secret these fools were searching for is immortality. To live forever? I've never heard of anything so obscene. 10 more. Where these strange warriors go, whispers follow them. Not only are they skilled with the nail, they can also use some strange power to shift suddenly from place to place. Stay on guard. The bugs of Hallownest tried all kinds of tricks and rituals and prayers to rid themselves of the infection, but to no avail. Perhaps the infection came from somewhere deep inside of them that they could not escape. Seemingly. Seems the weakest, greediest members of Hallownest were also the ones who exerted the most influence. Truly a kingdom that was always destined for ruin. The fearful, cowardly nature of these Hallownest bugs persists even after death. It almost feels shameful to chase and cut them down. As these bugs became wealthier, they hunted less and consumed more, eventually taking on a grotesque shape, not unlike overripe fruit. There's beauty in many things. Reflections of light and water, the taste of freshly killed meat, the cry of a hatchling for its mother. I understood the lust for metals and stones, though. It is shiny. An extremely rare thing. A bug of Hallownest that actually poses a threat. Watch them carefully, as they can lash out quickly with devastating strikes. An angry creature with no regard for its own life. A creature without fear. Can it truly be called prey? Adaptability is an important survival skill. If a problem seems insurmountable, try approaching it from a different angle. Extremely amusing creature. Easily tracked down if you have a sense of smell. I strongly suggest you do not eat its eggs. Indeed. Fight for honor or for loyalty, you may as well be fighting for dust. If you want to kill, do it for your own sake. That is the true nature of a hunter. Or that is the nature of a true hunter. Seems to want to latch onto any living thing that comes by with its sharp little teeth. It will leave its cousins alone, though, so it isn't completely mindless. Fluke Fey, huh? 1 more, 4 more. Desire to breed, to leave behind a memory of ourselves in the shape of a child, needs to be etched deep into the heart of every living creature. I too have felt the pull of that base instinct. I don't find this creature particularly notable or interesting. Should learn to fly, or breathe flames, or sing hauntingly. Anything to justify its existence. Make their homes all the way up at the top of the world. Do they use the crystals willingly as weapons, or are they merely hosts and the crystals parasites? Good question. These creatures look weak, but sometimes burning pillars of heat will burst out of the crystals they carry on their backs. Be wary and time your strikes well. Already read. Don't have enough. How does the world look to this creature gazing out from within its crystal prison? Does it only see light? Is that what drives it into a frenzy? Now it seems to be infected, so... Infection that passes from creature to creature grants strength and courage, but also seems to enslave the will. Would you make such a bargain? I think not. Horrible goo and noxious gas has started leaking down from above. Is there a source of all this pestilence? If so, I haven't seen it. Nor will you. Oh. Springy and vicious, these hunters will try to overwhelm you with numbers in the dark, tight, twisting caverns they carve through the ground. Always be on your guard. Tisk. Monstrously strong, they shrug off any attacks you make on their thickly armored bodies. Luckily, if you simply avoid their paths, they'll leave you alone. The beasts of this land have found plenty of ingenious hiding places, but none so clever as the body of another creature. If you happen on such a beast, rejoice. You've hunted 2 creatures at once. The deep nest is a dangerous place to hunt, but rewarding. Keep an eye out for weaker creatures you can pick off and eat. Keep your strength up in the darkness. They can be hard to spot as they flitter in and out of the darkness. Watch for their glowing eyes. They can appear from the darkness at any moment. They seem to fly through the air, dancing on invisible strings as they silently stalk prey. 3 more. In the deepest darkness, there are beasts who wear faces stolen from your memories and pluck at the strings in your heart. Know yourself and stay strong. This little creature is weak and poses no threat, but something about it still unsettles me. The way it moves and the noises it makes are somehow strange. Yes, the shadow creeper is a bit odd, and as the thing above points out, found only in deep, dark places. Has never been observed to eat or drink anything. They seem a bit strange, for sure. Almost not even alive. More, 5 more. Already red, 6, 4... Wow, really? Huh. The shape of this creature. I have seen something like it before. More than once, perhaps. It looks like a little like the bugs of Hollownest, but not quite the same. Where did these empty little wanderers come from? Deep below, as it would happen. Although how they all got out... That's the curious part. Too slow to escape you and too large to hide from you. This prey will not challenge you, but sometimes it is good to take things easy. These cruel foes will ambush you and relentlessly attack with their searing venom. How strange that their descendants are so weak. If I have children, I hope they'll be stronger than me. This hopping thief's belly is full of the blood it has stolen from other beasts. If you hold it above a fire, the belly will grow and grow until it explodes in a streaming shower of fluids. Sounds fun. A worthy foe, surprisingly nimble for its size. Either keep your distance, or try to dance between its hops and strike at its legs. 3 more. That's right, I still need to find wherever those were. They were a deep nest, right? Where have I not been? Well, they hide near a grub, so we'll find them. Weak but hardy working and numerous. Their hairy little bodies are filled with a thick, sweet, golden liquid. Good to keep a few on you for long hunts. Maybe it's just honey and not infection, then. Savage and dedicated warriors. Be prepared to fight them to the death if you plan on invading their home. 4 more. The hivelings build their nest around this sorry bug, or do the bugs squeeze its body into their nest? Either way, they seem happy enough together. It is possible then that it wasn't their fault, but I don't know. Some creatures are born with duties and loyalties marked indelibly upon their minds. They are strong, but they are also slaves. 701, 21, 18, 16, 14, 15. This odd creature is unaffected by and unaware of the disease drifting through the caverns. Its madness is all on its own. Some rare creatures are so weak, so helpless, so inept, and so irritating that hunting them gives no pleasure. My love. Hang on. My love. Any creature who could bear to be away from you, who would willingly leave you behind, or say unkind things to you, pah! Lowly maggots not worthy of standing in your glorious shadow. She felt her cold body grow warm, a sensation she had almost forgotten. From The Grey Prince, chapter 112. You sure wrote a lot, didn't you, Bretta? She asked whether he had bought the charm for her as he promised he would, but then he explained. The charm was actually of low quality and not worth the price asked. She understood the wisdom of this decision perfectly. I am Gob! Never forget what once was lost, yet do not let it tie you down. A knight strives not only to protect the land and its people, but the hopes and dreams of the kingdom. Shadows dream of endless fire, flames devour and embers swoop. One will call the nightmare lantern, call and serve in grim's dread troop. A spark of red light's darkest dream, scarlet nightmares bright and wild, visions dance and flames do speak, burn the father, be the child. Dance and die and live forever, silent voices shout and sing. Stand before the troop's dark heart, burn away the nightmare king. Grimkin nightmare. Spooky. Through dream I travel at lantern's call to consume the flames of a kingdom's fall. Far below us, deep beneath the kingdom, the air grows stiller and a sense of emptiness pervades. Can life flourish down there? If so, I will hunt it. I have seen this nimble little creature. I thought her prey and pounced at her. With a flash, she stabbed me with her flying stinger and darted away. Could she be a hunter? Okay. I was gonna... If it was only one or two more of the big boys, I would have hunted a couple of those, but... As is, I think it is time we take our leave. Also, while I'm thinking about it, let's show something a bit fun, shall we? Remember Tiso? Sammy. That guy with his shield that contains a deadly surprise. Who warned us that we should hope never to meet him in the Colosseum or surely face our end, or whatever the fuck he said. Whatever happened to him? Let's go find out. Also, give me my money. Damn it. Fuck it. You're still here, Cornifer. Jesus Christ. And you have anything new to say? My God. Can't lose? No, you did lose. As here we have the bodies of all the fallen from the Colosseum being thrown below. Champion? Afraid not. It's very grim, but there's a certain beauty to it. You have no dreams. It's sad, really. Can I really not go any higher? At least not like this. Shame. Oh? I've been up here. Where? We do have to pay a... Well, we don't have to. We are also going to pay a visit to the little shadow area over there, but... in a moment. I think we should see if we can't find out what has become of Tiso. Ow. Owie, smack. Here. Fuck you. Doesn't look as if you did so well, did you? Why? Because you suck. You were not so tough as you believed. Not so special as you seem to think. Also money. Why not explore down here? At the very least, it seems I would not have done so sufficiently. Pray, let us remedy that. Also, fatty. How about you? Do you have dreams? Fools. Ah, yes, you. Indeed, fools we are. Man, does the ash, or the molt as it really is, drifting from above really just completes this place. The Kingdom's Edge. Still, it's a nasty place, that's for sure. I wonder who exactly the fools really are. I don't think much is known about them, just... They have a coliseum, and they fight for foolish reasons. Are they a type of bug, or are they fools simply because what they do is foolish? Born a fool, or became a fool? Awfully deep, really. Or perhaps not so much, after all. Fuck you. Extra fuck you. Fortunately, you die easily enough. Ow. Man, I do not have the best control, I will confess. I think that was all of them? I have to go and see. Also, we'll have to kill this bitch. Fuck you. Okay. Where was farther down? Knew it. Oh well. I think with Mark of Pride or other nail extenders. Okay. Sacred Grave, Ashen Ground, Kingdom's Birth. Come to think of it, perhaps the reason the king does not attempt to grow the kingdom past the kingdom's edge, or past his part the edge, perhaps it is because his body is here. I'd assumed maybe it was the hive and all the bullshit around this part, but perhaps not. Perhaps he never intended to build his kingdom in an area where the decaying corpse of his old self was. I mean, I wouldn't want to. Can't blame him. Who knows, though? No point in thinking about it, perhaps. Fuck you. As always, extra fuck you. Alright. Fight me. Not much of a fight. How about you? Also not that much of a fight. Actually, let's visit Bish over here, see if they have anything new to say.
Goaname, Churo?
No, alright, Churo. That nail art you've been training with my brother Otto. He has strange notions of loyalty and honor. I'm sure he was difficult and unpleasant to train under. Did he mention my name to you? He does tell him to be patient. He'll be waiting a while longer before I give him what he wants. Your thoughts and your words differ a bit.
Churo?
I see you've been taught to nail art by my brother Shio. How fortunate of you. Yes, he was the mightiest of my great nail sage's pupils, far outshining Motto and myself. My brother and my master loved him very much. He was always aloof, but not unkind. When we last spoke, he said he was going to teach himself something completely new. I wonder if he achieved that goal. That charmed you there. Seems the great nail sage has deemed you skilled enough in the nail art to earn his highest esteem. I do not begrudge you his love. You have earned it. Perhaps by helping you along your path I have redeemed myself, if only a little. What did you do? I don't think we know. We have at best to guess, it would seem. Updated with what? New parts of the map did I uncover? matters not. Guess it was that part of the hive. Anyways, let's go fight a dream warrior. What do you say? Oh, walked into that. Doesn't really matter. Power of the Shredder. The Blender, however you want to call it. The rapid fire attacks. Certainly leave them off. I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think the DPS you can get from a combination of quick slash and unbreakable strength is, with a fully upgraded nail, is probably the best you'll have. Because, I mean, Howling Race, even if you get the full thing to hit, with Shaman Stone, or I guess Abyssal Shriek, I think that was, what, 120 damage? Max Nails, what, around 30? 20? Mid-20s? An extra... So it could be probably... It's probably above... At the very least, it's probably above 30. I think you're hitting... 1,000. About 3 times a second-ish? And obviously you don't... Oh, well, whatever. Anyways, I think that if you can hit all of them, this is the best DPS you'll get out of, like, anything. Especially if you throw in, especially if you're at 1 HP with the charm that increases your damage at 1 HP. That's the speedrunner strat. You've come a long way just to die here at the edge of the world. Markov, huh? No, do not speak. I've heard thousands and thousands of empty words from those like you. Your pride, your desires, your desperation. You will take these things with you once I strike you down. Raise your weapon then, and die like those who came before you. You died, Bish. A bit tricky to fight. Ow. Ah, fuck. Oh, damn it. Thought I had just... I thought I might have time, but obviously not.
Fail mine.
Fail mine. Unfortunately, you're dead. Not much of a fight, really. Actually went pretty well. He's not the easiest. But I did some pretty good damage while dodging reasonably effectively. Still was a bit close, but never have I been defeated in combat. Oh, that's clearly a lie. I can see myself there still sleeping. How long have I been hidden here? Here at the edge of the world, no one could find me, except you. Warriors, knights, kings, even time itself. They have no power over me. Only you. You are the darkness, come to consume me. I am part void. The body of a warrior with a shield and nails. I wonder if he could actually fight, like, in the way he did just now when he was alive. Or is his true power revealed in the dream? Who can say? Okay. We still have one mask left before I pay a visit to the failed champion. I think next we should repair Fragile Greed. Leg Eater's down there. Fastest way would probably just be go straight there. Repair Fragile Greed. There's a flame in that area which we can get while we're at it. going off over there. There is... We'll run this for just a moment. Let's check. Yes, as I expected, and that's something we apparently needed our Shadow Dash for. So we'll head to that bit. Fastest way is probably just to go straight there. Probably faster than Queen Station. Although maybe not. It's hard to say. No, we'll see. Alright, I'll just run. He do go on. Boom. Oh dear, I forgot my 3 Geo. Whatever am I gonna do? Oh, Wiggles, my boy. You are proving yourself useful. Perhaps I underestimated you. Not the best DPS, but he's proving pretty useful against some of these harder to hit enemies, that's for sure. I tried him in the Coliseum once and I was not impressed. But perhaps for general exploring, he might not do all that badly. Can you kill that guy over there? Nah, you suck. Poor Wiggles still sucks in the end. Actually, since we have all the spells, they have to say. It's not like we couldn't attempt the failed champion, but yeah. One mask actually makes a decent difference. That scream. Oh, distorted in such a way. It's not within the skill of us snails to do such a thing. Wherever you draw this new power from, it's not a place my kind ever thought to look. Okay. So yes, the Abyssal Shriek is the power that was gained from the void and seemingly the vengeful souls of the eventual remains of some of the brethren, perhaps, or some other creatures of the void, who were insistent their voices be heard. Something a bit beyond, maybe not beyond the snails, but like you said, not something they ever thought to look. All of you. As are you. Down to the fungal caverns. Pop. I am singing very poorly. Ha! Don't have to worry about no stinking acid anymore. It's broken now and its power is sleeping. Blah blah blah. Alright, thanks, Leg Eater. You keep eating them legs. I'm gonna put on this whole Fragile Greed shiz again. Not that I suspect I'll need it. Certainly not for much longer. Although, actually, come to think of it. With one of those jerks being next up, and not all that much to be gained in terms of money in this area, perhaps it is for the best if I didn't. I'll do better. Weaver Song is honestly not bad, but it's not going to be very useful against. I could do this and just try and kill it faster. It's not a terrible idea. Good shot. Down we go. We should keep our eyes out far. Anything of interest we've yet to find. Probably be slower this way, but perhaps not. I think we'll go this way. Fuck you. One shot, bitch. I doubt there's anything down here, but yeah. Not the things. Oh! There was a mushroom child to murder pointlessly and brutally. There's this gate that does not open. For some reason I thought it did, but I have certainly proven myself wrong. Okay, alright, that's Elder Who, I think. Swallow! Elder Who is one of the more annoying Dream Warriors. I think Markarth, or Markarth? Which one was it? The guy we just fought, I think, is actually one of the better ones. I'm also kind of fond of Gorb. Zero isn't bad, mostly, but he's a little annoying, not gonna lie. I think we've been here, yeah. There's no point. Pop. Boom. Fuck you. Just keep heading down. Fuck all y'all. Fuck you. Fuck you. Bit farther down. Right here. Slap. Pain. Slap. Breathing noise. What could be making that breathing noise? Simply gases, fungal gases. I'm genuinely not sure. It's here too. And it didn't go away whenever I killed all the enemies. I'm not gonna say it's nothing I've it's not like it's not something I've noticed before, I think. It's certainly nothing I haven't paid attention to. Oh dear, you died awfully fast, didn't you? All of you will die fast if I have my way. Cruel I may be, I confess. At the same time, fuck these guys. Uh-oh. Heal up. Ah, jeez, that was spooky. You died awful fast. I was gonna get a bit more soul from that. Than that. Still farther down. Still farther down. More chance for soul. All right, come at me. 300. Thank you for using the fire grenades. You make my job a lot easier. Man, we still don't have quick focus. Or deep focus. We have quick focus. Shit, where did I get that? Oh, right, you are just this strange thing. You weren't actually a Shadow Dash. Fuck you. I don't think there's much we gained from you from Deepness there. Right. Handy gate. Now, there is something, however, to be gained from Deep Nest elsewhere. I guess we'll throw on Greed for a moment. I think next thing we're going to be doing is heading towards Zdrima, so... Oh. Tusk. But first... I think we're going to take out the next Dreamer. Head to the Queen's Garden. If I haven't found the Collector by then, I don't even know. He's somewhere, though. This was this place, yes. We got close. It's down here, yes. Yes, we are merely vessels for the flame. But, were we always empty?
Babala Geno.
Bavala. Geno. You came. The red flame I've gathered from this dead kingdom. You would claim it. For our master. For his final act. The ritual plays itself out once more. We are like note in an old saw. You and me. Endless repeating songs of sacrifice. Of servitude. For the ritual, for the troop, for the master. Even this child was born into invisible chains.
Sego Nala.
So we serve. Thus it has ever been. Yes? Take the flame, then. It is why you came here.
Baba Gondala.
It is done. And yet, it is not merely by fortune that we meet here, in the darkest, furthest reaches of the world, where my master's scarlet eyes cannot see us. A song that never ends is no song at all. You take part in the ritual, yet I sense you truly have no master. Is it so? Perhaps together we can banish that livid flame, and let this dead kingdom rest in peace. If you wish to silence the endless song, meet me where it began. If you return to the master and complete the ritual, as long as you do it without regret, I will bear you no hatred.
Baba Gondala.
Well, Saz, my dude, the good ending is to take his advice, put an end to the ritual. Arguably the good ending. The good ending does not give us one of the best boss fights in the game, though, so... Sorry, man. I'm gonna take the boss fight. Don't remember what the charm it gives you. You trade the Grimchild for a different charm, but I forget what. Anyways, fuck off, Grimchild. I think... Long nail. Okay. Bop. Bop. Right. Bravo! Fuck. Oh, nice. Sayonara, Mr. Brava over there. You were a dumb bitch, and you died like it. No. How unfortunate. Let's pay a visit to, lady who is cackling in glee over the death of all of the fellows. We can remember exactly where she is. This is not her, but this is money, so no complaints. This is the pleasure house, isn't it? Yeah. Uh-oh. Heh. Oopsies. Where was she? Down further. We'll find her. Walk into that one. I think she has something else to say after you get the King's Mark. Oh god. Keep just walking into it. Good money though, not gonna lie. Is it you? It is you. Could it be? You've returned at last? No, no. Oh, pardon me. For a moment I mistook a certain quality about you. You seemed almost regal. Silly, I know. It's clear you're not of high birth, wandering about all dirty and tattered like that. I think that's all she'll have to say. We'll try visiting her again just in case. But it welcome you? Yeah, we've already read that. Eternal Imalia, who stays in her little place, little house, unaffected by the infection, but with frankly nothing to her but life. Isn't he doing anything? All she's got going for her is the fact that she is in fact alive and uninfected. And I guess if she's happy enough with that alone, more power to her. I find it a bit depressing. Not how life is meant to be lived. Alright. Damn. Fuck off, brothers. Okay, so it is. Hello. All of you are one-shots now. But apparently there's a bench over there. Let us obtain the bench. Yes, we like the bench. We've got to bid ourselves a bit of a climb. Oh no, you've hit me. Whatever will I do? That can be a pretty dangerous combo, depending on how strong your nail is. Since Big Boy is obviously quite dangerous on his own, and the Winged One, although not the most potent fighter, is certainly capable of getting in the way and being difficult to deal with while you're also trying to deal with the elite guard. The real threat. I think that's the only way forward at this point. There, cleaned out all of that, yes. My god, that was short. That's just one room. I say that, I don't remember this, how long exactly this is. I came here pretty early, so I think it felt long. But felt and is are two very different things sometimes. You can see portraits. They're basically just pre-infected versions of the fucking nobility husks. Whatever you want to call them. And over here, it is the shortcut. The shortcut we could not access before. We will not be using it. It is, well, not useless. It's honestly faster just to have that bench over there. And if you want to get around anywhere, it's generally faster just to go straight down from here back to the King station, rather than go all the way up to the other station. Is it the city station? Something like that. What was it? Completely failed to remember what's in this direction. Fortunately, we can deal with Brava over there pretty quickly. Ah, mish. Home. Go on home, Mr. Not many more left, I do believe. Where the fuck is the collector's key? Confess I cannot remember. Ugh. As a boss I've had, I, on my first time, completely missed this. Did not even know it existed. Which is unfortunate because it takes out a decent chunk of the boss. Each of these are one of the bosses, and it kills one of them for you. Oh, I should have had Quick Slash. This is one of the bosses that is by far the most vulnerable to Quick Slash. Like, you can honestly just DPS these guys to some extent. Oh, that was unfortunate. Ah, fuck. Pogoing is moderately effective against them, but... if there's one of you, you're nothing. God, coming in here with only the first two nail upgrades though. Less health, less in the way of charms. Yee! I wasn't even that far into the game yet. Nasty fight, man. Nasty. But now, it's not so bad. Hollowness Seal. Money. Hence, Fragile Greed, not broken, and Quick Slash, not needed. It's nice. Master, too tired. So you've been here for quite some time. Does seem a bit random, though, I must say, how long the bugs live. Or don't, as the case sometimes is. We'll check those little boys out in a bit. You inspect. It's the city. From very high up, with those little venge flies flittering past occasionally. Don't think anything else pops up here. It's just the Watcher's View. Where this dreamer is what? Lurien the Watcher, I think the name was. And the one little remaining servant, I guess. A sleeping figure lay at the top of the stone plinth. It's our last dreamer. Although we will not go to fight the Hollow Knight quite yet. Still plenty to be done. For King Beloved. To sleep, to serve. Bonds must remain. As you had the other three dreamers, you had the Watcher here, who is very devoted to the king. A bit more uptight by the book, I suppose you'd say, in some regard as well. Job is to keep the seal, and keep the seal he will. He or she, I'm not actually sure which. In spite of the current state of affairs, the bonds must remain. Then on the other hand, you have Monamon the teacher, who says the bonds must be broken. This is not the state of affairs we wanted. They do nothing at this point. Things must change. Then you have Hera the Beast, who's like, who cares? I'm just doing my job. I got my trade. I'm only in here for that trade. And the last one falls. Temple of the Black Egg is open. We head on. Sleep beckons eternal, and these words become my last. Though my gaze shall no longer fall upon the city, I'll act forever in its protection. For king, for bug, for hollow nest, I head now to my rest. As the Watcher was certainly devoted. Watching over the city as we saw. I don't think there are any more little secrets off to the side here, but never hurts to check. Yeah. Okay. Time to head out, I should think. I'm gonna stop by the resting ground. I should have so. Or I think we have enough. Although, we are going to be going back to the resting grounds when we want to get the final mask anyways, so there might be something to be said for heading to the gardens first. What's our best way there? Probably through that. That is... No, it could go through Fog Canyon. That might actually be faster. Queen Station. Shake the way up, head through Fog Canyon. That's not a bad path. Let's take that. I think we probably have enough money for Unbreakable Heart already. I don't remember exactly how much it costs. I thought it was like 11k or something. Also, since we've yet to visit, anything new to say? Zopatella. This place must have been quite the hub. Built at the border between two lands, already seen all this shit. Hollowness seal. Please, not food. Yes, he was attacked and at least partially eaten by this bastard here. Wonders they should eat me too. Delicious. Just splendid. Just splendid. But as they are not aggro, we cannot hurt them. They're not actually an enemy. Which I suppose in the end was up to them. They chose... Thought, I'll just eat these mushroom things instead of trying to eat this other bug. Who knows, perhaps justice would have been done if they had attacked. But, is it such a crime to eat? Certainly eating in this world where pretty much everything has seemingly some degree of sentience. Perhaps there's not that much in the way of food to be had. Wait, I haven't gone this way. That's right. Man. Ho ho ho. Wait. Well, just the damn Queen's Garden for another way. She. Why? Nobody likes you. Oh, made it anyways. Let's go. Can't really nail you anymore. That's how it is. And here they see one of the main features of the Queen's Garden. Platforms that collapse after you stand on them. Used quite a bit in various puzzles. Through here? My God! We're near the overgrown mound. And over here, why, that was the gate we couldn't open and the shadowy thing we couldn't pass through. But we can pass through now. Revelations. Clog. Alright, so you don't actually need the Shadow Dash to reach this part. That's why there's Shadow Dash in one way as one way to get into the gardens. Since you could also have the Shadow Dash but not have the acid or the double jump. Well, no, you need the double jump to get the Shadow Dash, I think. But could do it without the acid. So it's just multiple ways to get in. Double jump, Shadow Dash, acid, I think are the ways, if memory serves. Maybe not the double jump, actually. Cloth! It's time, I'll face that fear. Nola will be proud. Wait, what's Cloth's voice? Ah, tiny warrior. Then you too come to test yourself against a traitorous tribe? A deadly bunch they are that roost within these glades. I've once stayed well clear of them, but your actions have shown me the truth of it. We must face down our fears or be defeated by them. If we can both make it through, we can swap stories of our adventures. I'd look forward to that. Stay alive, my friend. Whatever you seek in here, I'm sure that tribe won't look lightly on our intrusion. Right out. Ouchies, that really hurt. I'm dead now. Yes, these are traitor mantises. They betrayed their tribe, choosing to take the infection into themselves. And perhaps betraying in other ways, who can say? Nothing over here. Rot. Onward. You can see it sort of coming out of the background there. Nice little touch. Oh, crap. That's very poor dashing. Or that was very poor living on their part. Ah! R.I.P. Mantis bitches. Destroy. And what is this? Why, that looks like paper. Perhaps a bit of humming soon? Can't go up there yet. Oh, you can pretty much see that that's gonna break at some point. No secret about it. Isn't this the most intriguing place? So many discoveries waiting to be made. We're about to set off ourselves. We can't seem to agree on which way to head. So there's something of an argument between us. We really should stop squabbling about such petty things. Left or right? Which way is best? It should be a simple thing, yet we're always at odds. We apparently stayed a bit too long because you're fucking dead right now, so... Tough luck, my dudes. Cornifer, you piece of shit. Didn't even have the decency to be here. Also, that is quite something in the background there. Split. A giant effigy of the king, it would appear. Fortunately, we don't have a map for this area now. No, thank you. Glad you enjoyed it. Just saw your comment there. Not sure how long you've been on. So now we have to find the Stag Station. I think that's a ways still. Oh well, minor setback. We can make our way without a map. Oh, you. I need you for the journey. I've often wondered exactly how they decided how many enemies you would take for each journal bit for the Hunter's Journal. Like, some of the bugs you'll fight early, man, they seem to have a lot. Or it's like 50, 40 kills or something to get the Hunter's Journal entry. Where I'll oftentimes come out of the early game still with like 30 or something of those left to get, and I'm just... How much did you think I'd be stuck there? So I do kind of wonder how exactly they determine it. Was it play-tested? Or was it just, we think this is enough? Or some of them seem to actually go quite quickly. But it doesn't feel like you're intended to grind all that much. We'll see. I've been in the Queen's Garden. Queen's Garden is an interesting area. I mean, the ambiance of all the areas in this game is pretty strong, and the Queen's Garden is no exception. But... fuck you. It's not one of the strongest in terms of ambiance, I would say. Good music. But I feel like the sort of peaceful garden vibe clashes a bit with how much of a bitch navigating it can be. With all the mantises, the loud creaky platforms, and the thorns everywhere. I mean, maybe that's the point. Certainly, if you look at the background, there's a darkness to it. It's not the nice, calming green path. Oh, this is pretty. It's pretty, but it's also spooky. Was this bench? Yeah. Okay, where was the station? I guess we'll find it eventually. Oh! I hope you're having fun with the game. It is amazing, seriously. When I say one of the best games of the decade, I seriously mean it. It's also the most recent game I can think of that I was playing where I was just like... my first time around, at least, I just was like, wow. I'd end the session, I just think, this was incredible, I want to play more. I don't want to go to work, I want to play more. And then I get back from work and be like, finally, I can play more. I mean, obviously when I go to work, usually when you go to work, it's not like, oh, I can't wait to go to work, I love being here, oh man, I wish I could stay now. You're usually just like, man, I want to get home and play some video games, but this was the only game where I was like, man, I want to play this game real bad. Not even just because it's a game, but because it's just so damn good. Well, it has been a bit since I came back to it, is seeing a bunch of people streaming it that I'm like, you know, I haven't played Hollow Knight in a while. It's really fun. I should go back and give it another shot. Oh, forgot the little bit of... Is that infection, or is that just thorn juice? Anyways, Deep Nest. Deep Nest. Okay, back up to Queen's Gardens. Yeah, how far along in the game are you, by the way? If you don't mind me asking. Ah! Okay, where is the bench? God, where am I? Up, okay. I have played this 2 times before, so you'd think I'd actually have a decent memory of how to get around, but... Well, that would be your mistake, wouldn't it? Oh, Trader Mantises. Ha! That's pretty funny. Did you do the Queen's Gardens last, or go to it earlier? Ow. Should probably focus a little bit. You pointy bastards, you. Okay, do that. Heal up. Alright. Because I think my first time around... I actually think I did the Queen's... Or at least a good part of the Queen's Gardens before doing anything in the Kingdom's Edge. So remember I had to come back and get with a Shadow Dash later after clearing out decent chunks of it. Well, I could be remembering it wrong. I've misremembered some things about my first playthrough. That's cool. Hera the first time through was the last streamer I did. Just because I put off Deep Nest for as long as humanly possible. Ooh, I should remember to mark this. I should also make sure I've got it down so I don't fail at the last moment when I come here with the flower. I've yet to do that, but I don't want to do it. Alright, we're gonna mark this. Walked. Ah. I do have to say, though, I was really disappointed my first time around to find out that there was no boss fight before Hera. It was like, end of Deep Nest. This Hera the Beast. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a great fight. And no, nothing. I was like, you kidding me, right? Right? But no. Not the end. Oh, fuck these things. It's not like the biggest deal not having a boss fight there, because they do have a little bit of dark, spooky passageways leading up, and I mean, to some extent, it's not like you want a big boss fight at the end of Deep Nest. It just felt kind of disappointing. Oh, Stagway. To go find Cornifer with Stagway over here, then? I thought this was the way to the White Lady. Maybe it's both. I don't remember this area too well. Like I said. Get back here. God, the most pathetic thing is, I think I've almost died to these jumpy fucks over here. Yeah, like, when they talk about the Dreamer. Oh, So they're bosses. Well, no. But... okay. Well, thanks for stopping by. Fun to check. And I'll be continuing on for another couple hours. I'll probably stream some more tomorrow if you come by again, so... see you maybe then? If not, it's fine. But thanks for watching. Okay. Ah! Hey, this was the part where I've died before. Oh, that's easy. Yeah, that's... like right there. I just kill all these guys once and boom. Hunter's Journal. Or some stuff you have to just outright grind it. Who decided these? And based on what? Also, where's my damn stag station? My tag stam station? I kind of like that. Dag stam station. Clever. Is there more? Where are the rest of you? There's one there. They're not that hard to deal with. Right. Smack. Fuck you. No. Meow. Oh, and right, you can see the white lady from here. Or her spot, at least. Root Mama? Born of God in a void. I wonder if she was involved in our conception. Or that of the vessels. Pale King obviously was. Ooh. Man, these Venus flytrap boys are stepping up their game over here. The fact that I don't remember them probably is just like, well, they weren't especially worth remembering. Yes, was the Queen involved in the creation of the vessels directly? Being a god and all. I'm not sure. I'm not a lore specialist, so... I can't remember finding anything that would suggest one way or the other. Fuck both of you. Hollowness Seal? King's Idol? Hollowness. Ah! That's pretty fun there. Good hitboxes game. Gotta say. This ain't no Dark Souls, that's for sure. Dark Souls 2 especially. Those hitboxes are just like... Also, why are you still smoking? Dark Souls 2 hitboxes. Oh, PvP especially. Those were a nightmare. You would take the Ayato and abuse it, because that thing was 20 feet long in that game for no good fucking reason. Ah, it steams me just thinking about it. I spent way too much time in Dark Souls 2 PvP. It was like the worst game for PvP 2. 3 is actually pretty fun, even if it is a little too anime for its own good. 1's PvP is clunky and lacks a bit of a variety that 2 and 3 both had in terms of weapons and whatnot. Arguably the most balanced, though. Except maybe, I don't know, 3 is just decently balanced. That's fair, that's a little unfair, but... 2's was fucking nightmare, balance-wise. Ugh, I spent too much time on it, I'm serious. Like, I think DS2 is actually the Dark Souls game I spent the most time in PvP on, if you can believe it. Even though it's my least... well... It's about equal with 3, I think, overall. But gameplay-wise, it's my least favorite. So why did I spend the most time in PvP in 2? Honestly, it was just because of all the different builds you can do. I was like, ooh, Hex build! Strength build! Strength builds did not feel very good, but it could make it work sometimes. And I remember power stancing especially. My strength build, I eventually was like, you know what? What if I power stance Fume Ultra Greatsword and the King's Ultra Greatsword? Took like 70 strength or something stupid, and was not very strong for how much the stats it took. Man, it was fun. Anyways. What up?
Lo, little one, I found it. The stag nest where I was born and raised. I've yet to go there again. My duty binds me to travel only where I am called. but if you wish to see it for yourself, I could take you there. None may remain to welcome us, but the nest is still a sight to behold. Give me the word, and we'll go there at once. Before you rang the bell, I'd almost forgotten the station existed. It was not often used by the comic bugs, being a well-guarded retreat for our late queen. Even as overgrown as they become, these gardens are so beautiful after all this time. I'm sure the queen would be happy to know that.
Oh, she is still alive. Surprisingly. Fuck! Schwope. Yay, Stag Station. Alright, let's visit the Stag Nest, man. His kind are all gone, poor thing. But at least he remembers his old home now. Although...
Being back in my old home, I feel the weight of my long life bearing down on me. I carry it proudly, though. Wherever I travel, the memories of my family and my kind come with me.
How nice. How sweet. And we have a vessel fragment. One more to go. And it's a stag. The old stag. The last stag is quite the noble one. Yep, nothing else to say. Despite his age and being the last of his kind, he just keeps on doing, I guess, perhaps the only thing he really knew to do in life. That elevator does not work, but this one does. He's happy in his duty, it seems. I think that is something you find with humans a lot. An empty eggshell. Could there perhaps still be a stag out there somewhere? Now, if you visit the last stag.
What do you think of my old home, little one? It was full of life once. Stags coming and going, swapping stories of the places they'd been and the passengers they'd met. For a long time now, I've considered myself the only one remaining, the last stag. But being in the nest again, there's something in the air, a smell, or a warmth, or a presence perhaps. Could it be other stags have made their way out into the wider world?
And he changes to old stag.
Yes, I will hold on to that hope. My kin still alive, still out there, journeying beyond these lands. But for me, I could never abandon the stagways. Not as long as passengers still need them. I can tell you still have important work to do. I will be your companion, as long as my old body still serves. Let us enjoy the old stagways of this kingdom together a little longer.
It's just like people. He seems to take a lot of comfort or enjoyment, or whatever you want to call it, in having a purpose. And certainly doesn't like the trams, because those threaten to take that purpose away. And where is this? Yes. If you come out of the old stag station, or the old stag nest, it is atop the Howling Cliffs. How it got there, who can say? Why it's there? Who knows? But there it is. You dash across. Whee! We find ourselves in Dirtmouth. Which is good, because I had to make Corner for a freaking visit.
Not want this, but
Corner for you asshole.
Bapanada.
Tram pin. Don't know why I didn't buy that already. Didn't really need it. Now, the Queen's Gardens, a royal sanctuary close to Greenpath. Cornifer sometimes calls me his queen. Usually only when I'm angry, though. Kinky. What else you gotta say?
Bapanada.
Ah, bapanada. I like that little line. After more supplies, You've already bought so much. Fortunately for now, you've cleaned us out of everything worth selling. Cornful will not be pleased, though I do wonder what he plans to spend all that geo on.
Papa nada.
Okay. Not gonna mention anything about Cornifer being home, snoring there. Nope. Oh well. As you can see, once he's mapped all the layers of this kingdom, he returns home to his wife. How sweet. How nice. And we head back to the Queen's Gardens. Shame I didn't get to talk to him in there, though. Queen's Gardens, not Queen's Station. Cornifer can add some interesting dialogue and observation in each place. And any bit you can get counts in a game like this. Also, we have a dreamer to take care of. What do I want to do this? I think I'll actually run Long Nail and Spell Twister. Pop through the hole in the wall. I'm bad at this one. Let's see how it goes. I was ambushed by a bush. I have gotten better, at least. Oh, the Queen! The Queen is coming! I've been waiting so long. That doesn't seem a good voice for him. Babu! I've been waiting so long, and now she's almost here. I feel like I'm about to burst. I've kept it safe, this sacred garden. I've kept it safe all throughout this time, and soon the Queen will return and teach me to fly. Shall we wait together, stranger? Shall we play together? Yes. Bop, 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 babu, bop. Ah. I should probably just stand still and let him come to me. I think it's part of the reason I have trouble with this guy is... A, my timing and control is some of the weaker parts of my play this game. There we go. But also B, I have a tendency to like to run at my opponents, and he doesn't actually do well with that. Oh, stranger, you're strong. Much stronger than me. I've been waiting a long time, stranger. I've been fighting a long time, stranger. I'm very, very tired. The Queen will be here soon, and I just need to sleep a little. Wake me with the Queen arrives, stranger. Perhaps the Queen will teach us both to fly, stranger. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Goodbye, whatever the fuck you were. I don't know how long you've guarded, but clearly, when there's a statue erected to your memory and its age shows, it's quite a while. Protector of root and leaf, we honor you. You're a weird one, but you did your job. Rest in peace. Slap these off. We're gonna be taking on the Traitor Lord soon, I do believe. Or Storm Song. I could always take off Compass and Gathering Swarm, but I think we'll manage. I've gotten relatively good at the Traitor Lord, just as a result of having to do it quite a few times. Wait, where's the Traitor Lord again? Up there? I think it was up there. Yes, I placed a, when I first came to the Traitor Lord after dying 2 or 3 times to it, I just placed my, Dream Nail portal by it. Okay, over there. For easy transport, and still end up just fighting it over and over again. Not my finest hour by any stretch. It took me a while to get used to his attack pattern, was a large chunk of it. It's a very simple, very straightforward attack pattern. And I think I was also just being too aggressive and taking too many hits, which is a problem when the stupid thing does 2 massive damage with all of its attacks. Eventually, part of it is I just learned to play a bit more carefully against it, respect its damage output. Then it was doing the Pantheon that I realized, oh, there's a better way to take this fight. What if I actually used Shadow Dash? Although I don't remember if you need Sharp Shadow to actually make it all the way through its body, but I don't think you do. If you do, I might be screwed. The way I learned to play against it uses Sharp Shadows, so if it turns out that my muscle memory does not work, then, this could go rather poorly for me, couldn't it? But in that case, we can just put on Sharp Shadow. What's this? It's broken? How strange. I'm gonna come back to this, though. Fuck that jumping puzzle. Or platforming challenge, whatever you want to call it. Okay, have green path. This one, the Trader Lord, is that in that direction? Guess I'm mistaken. Oh, you gotta be fucking with me. Though once our lands, a pale being lays claim to the caverns ahead. It may appear benevolent, but it does not share our dream. Beware to wander that place. This addressed to the creatures of Greenpath, the Mosskin. And yes. The Queen, Root, the White Lady, lay claim to the gardens beyond. They were once the home and the lands of the Mosskin, but they were taken. And says what? It may appear benevolent, but does not share our dream. Be wary. Yes, there's a very strong theme of dreams in this game. It's interesting. I'm not going to claim to entirely understand all of it, but at the very least... Okay. Ooh, got it. Uh-oh. Okay, got it. At the very least, dreams play a very strong part in just the physical world as well. The Mosskin apparently came out of the dream of Un. The Radiance exists physically only in the dream, yet has much influence upon the world as a whole. Dreams are clearly important in this world. And also Grim, the Nightmare King. I wouldn't say guards the Nightmare Heart. What exactly does he do? Watches over, I think extends the life of is probably the best thing. Feeds, fuels, is the Nightmare Heart. At the very much, they are very clearly linked. At the very least, they are very clearly linked. How closely it is hard to say. Nightmare Heart almost seems to control him to some degree. Alright, this is the Trader Lord. Finish the thought on Grim before I fight him. As in Nightmare King Grim, in the Nightmare Zone, or well, I guess it is just the Nightmare. You go into his dreams, the Nightmare, fight him coming out of the Nightmare Heart. Brum talks about how they're sort of just vessels taken over to endlessly extend the life of the Nightmare. And Grim, at the very least, is very closely linked to it. The Grim Child, which replaces him after consuming the flames and Grim himself, seems to be how the Grim Troop not really reproduces, but extends its life, I guess. It feeds on the embers of dying lands, and that power, and creates a new Grim, and through that extends the life of the Nightmare and the Nightmare Heart. That seems to be the case with Grim. So once again, dreams clearly play quite the part. Anyways, Trader Lord time. First basic bitch trader. Another. But cloth! Aha! Cloth is cool. Now there's more. Ow! Uh-oh. Ooh, that's a nice parry, then I fucked it up. Heal up real quick. The big boy is coming. The Traitor Lord is really just a big... Oh, I dashed too early. Yeah, you can dash through it. Although you... Oops. Uh-oh. That was badly timed. No! Caw! Cloth, you're so cool! You're also so dead. Not even a dream. Yes, the Traitor Lord, design-wise, I mean, it's just a big traitor mantis. It's just, look, it's just larger in size and does twice the damage and has one unique attack. It's honestly kind of a shitty fight. I'm not gonna lie. There's something above here. No. Don't think so. But there is something beyond here. You can see the bodies of many a traitor. Fuck you. Protect. Protect. This is one of the kingdom's 5 great knights. Forget which one, or if we ever... I think it's... Someone would know the name. But... said knight has perished, defending the queen from all of the traitors. And the queen, as we will see, does not even know of it. The queen is an odd one. Very calming theme. Very pretty, but bound for some reason.
Elare.
Oh, one arrives. That's not a very good voice for her. Erare. Oh, one arrives. Far it walks to find me. It's still not very good. Ah, fuck it. Did it seek my aid? Or did the path carry it by chance to so pertinent a place? It is true. True that you were awaited? No. Perhaps that is inaccurate. True one like you was awaited. I have a gift, held long for one of your kind. Half of a whole. When united, great power is granted. On the path ahead, great power it will need. Take in the white fragment. Half of the king's soul.
Hui Zuma Gong Gong.
It faced the gendered child. She's a fierce foe, strong in mind and body, striking reflection of her mother. The two were permitted little time together. I never begrudge the worm's dalliance's bargain. In fact, I feel some affection for the creature birthed. Your paths were ever to align. I imagine you might gain yourself a powerful ally. Not the second to say that to me.
Hui Zuma Gong Gong.
Within my roots, the weakening of the vessel I plainly feel. Only 2 obvious outcomes there are from such a thing. The first is inevitable on course, regression. All minds relinquish to that pernicious plague. The second I find preferable, and would seek your aid in its occurrence replacement. I implore you, usurp the vessel. Its supposed strength was ill-judged. It was tarnished by an idea instilled. But you are free of such blemishes. You could contain that thing inside. Yeah, she's basically saying, hey, go sacrifice yourself. Your previous sacrifice that we did a lot of horrible things to create, kind of sucked. Be a different one. Be better than it. Go.
Dromin Bao.
I'll offer fair warning. The vessel may itself be weak, but is much empowered by that force within. That vessel is not weak. To claim its role requires strength of some magnitude. Prepare yourself well before attempting the task. As we see from fighting the Pure Vessel boss fight, the Hollow Knight was an absolute beast when it was still the Pure Vessel. That is one of the hardest fights in the game, hands down.
Yanero.
Prepare well, but don't dally. Were the vessel to break prematurely, that plague would unleash with rage and power built of ages chained. Who wouldn't want that?
Yarnarol.
So it can access a mine, and the seals shall break before its blade. Yes, this is the White Lady. She sends us off to sacrifice ourselves for the sake of a long-dead kingdom. Which, well, would ultimately be for the better for the bugs living in this land. I'd rather not. I didn't even know those things would hurt you. Here we see Cloth's ghost. Gasp. Aha! Well, now. I've already forgot my Cloth voice. Crap. Well, now, that was something. A true battle of mighty warriors. So intense, so climactic. It's really everything I could have ever hoped for. Thanks for all your help, my friend. For a tiny bug, you set a valiant example. We'll meet again, I'm sure of it. Well, about that, you're kind of dead. Be on my way soon. Nola's waiting, and I'm done down here. Just savoring the moment a little longer. Yep. No. Be on your way to rest in peace, then. Cloth is cool. A brave warrior, and brave, I would say, in the truest sense. Not foolhardy, or anything like that. Just someone who found the courage needed. Now, fine. Interrupt me in the middle of passionate poetic speech, why don't you? And she found the courage needed to face her foes, merely from watching the example you set. I don't know who Nola is, where she's waiting. Perhaps they're waiting in some kind of afterlife, even. But whatever promise or whatever reason for Nola, she set out to improve herself, to be the great warrior many thought her to be. She manages to succeed in the end, overcoming her fears in the process, bettering herself, and engaging in a battle against a very powerful foe. Which, it's just a nice, inspiring little tale. Nothing mind-bending. Nothing truly out there or exceptional, just nice. Is the stag. Okay. I think we're gonna end it here for tonight. Next is the White Palace. And I think I want to attempt that fresh. Also, I need to figure out where that damn collector key is. I've missed it. I found it before. My first time around, I found it by accident, I'm pretty sure. But I think I'll just look it up. So I think next time, the Collector, Awakened Dreamnail, White Palace, and then the Flower, possibly. We'll see. So, see you then.